how am I ever going to teach photography from home? I mean, all the cameras are still at school. I better call Mr. Dix.
Hey, what's good, Mr. Oliver?
Hey, I'm just sitting here thinking of ways I can still teach photography from home. You got any ideas?
Man, I was just about to hit you up. I am super stuck on this too, and I am kind of lost about this. Maybe we should get at Mr. Gilmore from Rock Creek and see if he's got some ideas.
Hey guys, what's up?
Man, me and Mr. O are just here trying to figure out what we're gonna do for media arts right now, and we wanted to hit you up and see if you had any ideas.
You guys are asking me? Between the two of you, you have 25 years of experience. I've just been sitting around playing Connect 4 with my wife. I'm stuck too.
That's it!
What's it? I've been playing euchre and cribbage. Does that help? I don't see how I don't see how board games helps with all of this.
Not actually playing board games, but with our students, we could give them a project with a whole ton of choices, and they just have to choose 4.
That's right. Class is certainly going to look different, but I bet kids could still use Photopea and Logo Maker at home.
And I know some of the kids can still edit video. My Shamrock News kids pretty much put together a whole episode just the other day.
Didn't they film most of that from their phones? I guess I could teach cell phone photography.
I think you're onto something here. Not every student can complete every assignment, but they could do at least 4.
All they have to do is the 4? I think we got this.
Yeah, just as long as those 4 are all in a row. It's still got to be a game, right?
All right, let's get to work figuring this out and explain to the kids how we can make this happen.
Sounds like a plan to me. Choose assignments from the categories of photography, graphic design, videography, and community service, and pick 4 that line up to Connect 4 in any way, across, diagonal, or down. Each project will need to have a slide or slides that showcase your work. You can have all 4 assignments in one category or 1 assignment in each, just as long as they connect 4. Each title on the grid is a link to a slideshow with template slides. Copy and paste the slides you use into your Connect 4 presentation that is in Google Classroom. If you can't choose 4 that connect, you can complete any 5 of the projects.
For our photography unit, you can choose from any of the 4 projects, the first of which is the rule of thirds. You can use your cell phone or any other camera and start framing your compositions using this essential rule. Be sure to include 5 different examples and explain how the rule makes the picture effective. Next, we'll take a look at leading lines. Oftentimes, what separates a good photo from an average one is the attention to how lines can lead the viewer's eye across a frame to the important elements. Experiment with leading lines to see where your photography can go. We'll also take a deeper look at the basics by studying black and white photography. Look for examples of texture, light, and tonal contrast to find ways to make a colorless photo still pop, and try your hand at making a collage. The final option is to really examine portraiture. You can have a person be your model, or you can use your pets, action figures, or stuffed animals to pose in various ways. Use all your composition skills to set these images apart from the pack. If you're using a DSLR, make sure to use the widest aperture, creating a shallow depth of field, kind of like this. If you're using a cell phone, try portrait mode, or if it's an older model, such as the one that I use, make sure to have your elements in the background as far away from your subject as possible.
Mr. Gilmore here. In our graphic design unit, we will be doing 4 different projects. The first one is using a program called Logo Maker, where you will be creating 3 different logos. They could be a band, a movie, or an organization. Our second project, you will be making a trading card using Photopea or Google Drawings. You're going to be doing some photo manipulation and putting in text. It's going to have a border, text, and a picture of you as the star. Our next project kind of in the similar fashion as the last one, is a magazine cover using the same programs. That will have a title, date, a price, a cover story, and a picture of you. For our last project, we're going to be working on a photo portfolio collage, which will include 5 photos that you have taken since we've been gone. You're going to title each of those photos, and then you're going to write an artist statement. And an artist statement is a brief summary of your work that helps the viewer understand what they're looking at.
For our video portion of the Connect 4 board, you'll once again have 4 different assignments you may complete. Our first assignment is a slow motion assignment. So film yourself doing some kind of activity and then put it in slow motion. It could be footage of you playing a sport, or pouring liquid into a glass, or trying to see how many rubber bands can fit around a watermelon. On second thought, let's not do the rubber band watermelon thing unless your parents or guardians are like, yes, let's do the rubber band watermelon thing. It just gets a little messy. The next assignment is a book, video game, movie, or television show review. So basically, you're going to film yourself discussing the name of the piece of entertainment you're viewing, who created it, why you liked it, what it's about, and most importantly, to whom you would recommend it.
The Hit You Give by Angie Thomas. The book revolves around a girl named Star Carter. And long story short, she exits this party after she's able to reconnect with a cousin that she hasn't seen in a while.
Ever since the beginning of civilization, humanity has been looking for perfection. And my friends, I'm here today to tell you that I have found perfection in the form of a game called Tetris.
The next assignment is an assignment called Timeless Time Lapses. This is where you film something that takes a long time and then you speed it up into a time lapse so that it quickens it up and you can see this action happening quickly. Our goal for you is to have 5 time lapse clips and put them together and have one 30-second video. Lastly, you can host your own cooking show. So film yourself in the kitchen making cookies or pizza or macaroni and cheese or peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. The important thing though is that you're going to film from multiple angles, and you're also going to give us a step-by-step process and the ingredients on how to replicate your recipe.
And today we're making French toast and bacon.
This particular recipe will need 2 eggs, 1/4 cup milk, 2 tablespoons brown sugar, 1/4 teaspoon vanilla, and 1/2 teaspoon cinnamon.
And those are your options for the video portion of the Connect 4 board.
For our final category, we're calling this one Community Service.
It doesn't matter which media you use as long as you get your message across.
You may choose to create a podcast, a Google presentation, or a stop animation film.
So maybe it's a collage created in Photopea, or a Powtoon cartoon, or any video created in whatever editing software you have access to.
These assignments, however they are created, are as follows. The first one, give thanks. Right now, essential workers are putting their health at risk to make sure that our lives can go on with some degree of normalcy. So find a way to show appreciation to firefighters or grocery store employees or police officers or paramedics and doctors. Use your media art skills to make it happen.
You could also choose teach a skill. What do you know? What can you take viewers step by step through for them to learn something that you already know? This could be a video or a Google slide presentation. What skills could you teach?
You can also choose to create a quarantine journal. What day is it? How have you been spending your days? 50 years from now, your grandkids are going to ask you about this crazy time in history. Create an artifact that documents at least one full week, 5 days, of mixed media that describes our lives during a pandemic.
The last project is simply a random act of kindness. No matter what you learn this spring, the most important thing is that you use these skills to make the world and your community a better place. So, even if it's just one act of kindness, we're looking to make our community a better place. So safely get some groceries for an elderly neighbor, or mow someone's lawn, or help out a younger brother or sister or sibling or cousin navigate the difficulties of online school. When you do this, document it with photos or video and we can put it together. We all have news programs too, and if you're out doing something like this, we'd love to put this in our news program to showcase how we are coming together to get through this difficult time.
So there you have it, Connect 4. No matter what technology you'll use what you've been learning to keep creating.
Express your creativity. Unleash your imagination. What can you create with the tools that you have?
And bring your A game, because kids all over the North Clackamas School District are learning new ways to make digital art. Connecting 4.
So Connect 4.
Connect 4.
Or 5 if they don't connect, like they're not diagonal or vertical or horizontal. But you get the point. The whole idea is that you just make something.